All right. So, it's been a while since I've done one of these. And I'm not even going to try and say that it won't be so long before I do another one. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. You know? I will say that, and it happened around this time last year, and then I separated from it, and then I fell back into it near the latter portion of last year, but getting caught up in like trying to have the likes and be, something to everybody when I don't even know what the flip I'm doing. I don't know why I'm talking to you people. I mean, I kind of think I do. Um, I mean, I kind of do because I'm a mental projector and we're supposed to talk things out. Literally talk things out. Like there's something about the vibration of vocalizing things that makes it shift. And I'll tell you, like I was getting ready for bed. I had to like pull down my hair and throw on some gloss because I was like, well, I'm not about to go on camera looking a damn fool, like totally tore up. I also recognize that I be having these conversations with myself, with my head, all the time. And sometimes I'm just praying. I'm like, oh, good God, I hope like these conversations are being recorded out there in the ether somewhere, because like there's some solid stuff. Like it's a decent devil's advocate situation of thoughts and things just going over and over through my head. And, then like if I were in my head, I would be like, I could literally be like, well, Leslie, da-da-da, well, da-da-da-da, and da-da-da. And then, by the end of it, I'm at a different space, but I don't know if it's the deconditioning process of the human design experiment, my human design experiment, or the transits, or I honestly don't know. But it's becoming very clear to me that I can no longer just hold it in. Like oh my God, when I tell you, I was like laying in bed and just like going through these thoughts, and I'm like, Leslie, you're being called out. Do your video. Like, yeah, you're being invited. You're, say what you gotta say. Say what you need to say. I don't know what I need to say though. That's the problem. That's what's very frustrating to me, because I don't just want to be out here willy-nilly, which kind of ties into what I began talking about. Is like I don't want to just be out here willy-nilly. And I got caught up, over this past year of like, oh, you gotta have these likes, and people are like, you gotta look at the camera, and you gotta keep your videos short, and you gotta do it this way, and you gotta do it that way. And I'm like, oh, that's too much. Oh, that's overwhelming. Like even now, like I really like there are a few things that I want to discuss, and hopefully this video won't be that long. Like I mean, maybe I can find a way to shorten these things, condense them. I don't even know if it's about condensing. I listen to, look, I don't listen like I be watching for information. I be watching like it's my soap opera. But like Nature Boy, and they be having some long, crazy ass videos. And I watch that stuff. So, I was really buying into and yet being torn in, well, if you're trying to have people watch, if you're trying to have interactions, blah, 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 you need to do it in this certain way. And yes, I want that. Like, I know for me, I don't, like, there's something about whatever I'm saying being heard by someone. And I think that's in my design as a mental projector. Which is something I'm still playing with in my experiment, because it's weird. Like, I don't, like, it's not just a matter of I want it to be heard by just anybody. You know, obviously I want it to be heard by people who recognize me. But there is also value in it being heard by someone, right? And not just people who are just trying to support you. Love you all who are those of you who watch these videos just because we love you, Leslie. We're gonna just support you in everything you do. I love that. I really do. And then there's something about the people who are, you know, not like I've got that many viewers. Like, it's not even like that. But and then there's something about the people who are like, ooh, I'm trying to get more information about you. Like, don't get me wrong. I'd be doing my research too on folks. But it's about putting it out there to people who can understand, right? And so whatever I have to say is not for everybody. Yeah? It's going to be recognized by who it's going to be recognized by. Bada bing, bada boom. The end. I don't need it to be a cajillion folks. I really don't. I just want it to be a few valuable. I mean, everybody's valuable. But people who recognize what I'm trying to say. Or who can, like, just understand. And maybe it helps them. Like, I am a mental projector. There's not a lot of information in the human design world about mental projectors. Sorry to say. Look, as someone who does her research, I know this. And I'm not necessarily trying to be some major authority on that. It's in my design to be some kind of a leader type chick. And if that's what the Maya has in mind, in its mind, so be it. Seems like it has something to do with it, because I'm trying to tell you, like, I definitely feel more recently than not a calling out. I'm certainly recognizing that it's no longer okay or acceptable for me to lie in bed or lie staring at the stars, having these sorts of conversations with myself. The Maya, the universe, whatever you want to say, is definitely encouraging me to vocalize it. And I say this with much chagrin. Like, I don't, but it's like lately, especially, I don't know if it's, I suspect it has something to do with the transits. The transits have been very mental heavy lately, which, taps into my design quite awesomely. And I don't know if it's, I recently started a new job where I'm out in the world with people again. And it actually is, like, really quite perfect for me and, like, my personality. But my design of penetrating the aura of another, it's a little more intense than perhaps I was ready for. Especially on the heels of having, been working from home, working, kind of solo for a long time. So it's very curious to me. Like, literally, I was laying in bed. Like, this happened earlier, too, because, like, whatever these transits are, these triggers have really started heavy this past week. And I've been taking, like, living your design classes and things like that, and they've been powerful and really profound. Shout out to Lavina Archers. But, like, even just now, I'm laying in bed and I'm like, I just was experiencing my mind, my body. My body's like, girl, go do your video. And my mind's like, no. And yet it didn't want to stop talking. So I'm like, well, how are you going to say no, but then not shut up? And it's so much easier to just go to sleep. Like, I really just wanted to go to sleep and start tomorrow anew. Maybe do the video tomorrow. I want to have done this video tomorrow. And, I want to be cool and be able to have, I think I've expressed this before, I don't have time yet, or I haven't made time yet to, figure out how to do these YouTube videos and cut in other pictures and images and things like that. So, I can't really let that stop me. Like, this feel, look here, this is, my full name, but I'm gonna try. Not like it matters. My name was posted somewhere else. This is my design. Whoopsies. Alright? Pretty darn open. Okay? Mental. You know? Now I have an I am. See why this would be better if I could clip to a thing and then do like circles and all that sort of stuff. Well, you know, for those of you in the know, that's a lot of openness. And I love my design. Don't get me wrong. I really do. I know some people like learn their designs like, oh, I wish I was a generator. I don't. I mean, I think it would be a little easier if I were a generator. But I got, you know, that gate 14 of that super slave activated pretty heavy. So, but I'm designed to talk. I'm designed to tell stories and to talk about what I believe and what I have and what I am. And good God, when I tell you that the negative mental chatter, anyways, that I have, tells me not to talk about that. I'm like, when you have, so as a mental projector, so no sacral defined, so I'm not energy, you know, non-energy being, whoops. And then, I don't know if that, well, you just see a lot of white, that's me. Or open, I should say, clear. I'm half and half, for those who wanted to know. Non-energy being. And unlike a lot of the other blessed souls, aside from reflectors, there's no real information in my body telling me the decisions to make. Like generators, you get that You get those cool responses that are like you're knowing. And of course, if you know you're emotionally defined, please. Oh, I've had my fill of emotional energy types of late. Oh, those waves are no joke. And then as an open being who gets to take on all that stuff, I get to go through those emotional waves too. No fun. Only to actually, you know, if you look at my design, my emotional center is completely open, completely undefined. So I'm not necessarily here to be that emotional. So all of that emotion I've experienced all of my life has been picking up everybody else's stuff. Shit. I mean shit. Look, this is my channel. I can say whatever I want. Picking up everybody else's shit around me. And that's pretty crazy. You know, I've also said, you know, in classes and stuff, it's really interesting because, you know, up until now, a lot of the things that I've studied, you know, esoterically, metaphysically, blah, 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 have been, well, I was put here to help them carry that burden, or, you know, I'm here to help them transmute that energy because I could see through that and help them see the higher perspective. Doesn't mean I don't still feel it. Doesn't mean I don't still take that into my body, but that's been the highly conditioned side of me. So as I'm deconditioning, I don't want to say I'm a bitch, but I think I can be. You know, like it's like I got that Scorpio rising, so it's like, oh yeah, I'm cool, but I'll sting a bitch. With a smile and a chuckle, no laugh. So, you know, I'm just in this space right now where I'm just needing to talk some things out, and I don't even know what I need to talk about. And that's the crazy part, because up until now, I thought I was totally fine with just writing or just thinking. And that's no longer working for me. I mean, I don't think it's worked for me ever, which is why I'm never consistent with my writing or, you know, things like that. But I guess I'm trying to experiment with it. Even more so than whatever I said in the videos before. Like, I'm already so different than those videos before. Like, I can't even watch those videos. It's like, because they're long. But these are all going to be long. I got a lot of words in my heart. What can I say? And I don't know. I don't know who these videos are going to be for, if anyone. I hope for other mental projectors. Like I said, I don't think there's a lot of information out there of us just talking about our deconditioning phase, you know, and maybe as time goes on, I'll be able to get into that more. I don't know, like, that's the problem. I just feel like I have so many things to say or to talk about that this could turn into an hour, and I don't want this to be an hour. I want to go to bed. But my body was not going to let me just go to sleep. Like, I literally was having like an out-of-body experience watching myself put up the divider, turn on the computer, put on my lip gloss, fluff up the hair. Fluff it up. It was something crazy. I don't even have earrings in right now, y'all. Like, or rings or any of my accessories. I'm an accessorized kind of gal. And this isn't whining, I don't feel like. I just feel like it's an expression that speaks to a certain population that maybe they feel the same way. Maybe they don't. I don't know. I mean, I'm a 5'2" mental projector. 5, constantly being projected upon. 2, I really just want to be by myself. And yet I know I need to be out in the world. I know I need to be out because I'm being projected upon, because people are expecting things of me. I don't think people are expecting things of me, like in a video format. I don't know what people are expecting of me. I can't even be concerned with that really anymore, because every time I try to, I seem to fail. I don't do it justice in the way that this guy likes to think. So that's no bueno. But I don't know. I was just feeling like I needed to get on and just talk about deconditioning and just being in it. Like I said, the transits of late have been pretty intense. You know, I was reading something in a Mental Projector Facebook group, and that's what really got my mind going about literally how the voice, there's something in the frequency. It's about hearing myself say it. And I hear my voice when I talk. Like, I talk like this, I read like this, people are like, are you like this all the time? Like, yeah, no, I am. I don't know what that means, how you're asking that, but yeah, this is me. But I've been thinking about that a lot. And, again, I would say the transits of this week have been kind of funkalicious for me, personally. And, I forget what day it was. I guess I could go back to whatever day I was posting things. But, like, I was calling out. I was posting in groups that I don't post in, like, human design, projector type groups, but posting and deleting and just writing so much, sharing my thoughts, and then, like, waking up the next day, like, why did I do that? Only to find that it turned out it was a good discussion. And then I guess I felt a little called out because there was a post and in the video, and I don't know if it was designed this way, but when the video link was sent to me, it opened up to my design being on like, oh, and in Leslie's case, she needs to da-da-da-da. And I was like, oh, why am I out there like that? I feel so exposed. But I just took that in an indirect way as an invitation to get out and share. It was like, as an outer authority, Leslie, i.e. mental projectors, i.e. self-projected projectors, i.e. reflectors to a degree, need to speak and hear themselves and speak to many people and hear themselves. It's not so much about getting the advice as much as it is about saying it to several people and then feeling how you feel. And there are so many things that I'm struggling with that. Like, again, if I were pretty cool, I could do a flash to a movie that I love and I'd play a clip, but not like that. So I heart Huckabees. Maybe tomorrow or some other day. Well, maybe I'll put it in the comments or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But I heart Huckabees. There's a scene. I love that movie. It's really good. Maybe I'll do a breakdown of that at some point from my point of view. But Jude Law's in it. Dustin Hoffman. And, I always forget her name. And I'm so bad about that. Because she's an excellent actress. I can't even believe I keep forgetting her. And you are not forgettable, my boo-boo. You are amazing and talented. Lily Tomlin. So Dustin Hoffman's character and Lily Tomlin's character are talking with Jude Law's character. And they're basically talking about, like, well, you like to tell the same story every time. Because he always was talking about the Shania story. And to be fair, he was using it from an ego point of view and to be like, ha ha ha. But my mind plays this trick on me, like, well, you don't want to be like the story. It's like, I don't want to say the same thing to multiple people over time. I don't want to be saying the same story, you know? And yet, that's my freaking design. That's literally what I've got to do. That's what I'm designed to do. It's not even, I mean, I don't know, designed to. I mean, that's where the success lies. That's not, all this other bitterness is trying to fight the design. So, like, even that day when I couldn't sleep and then I woke up and I'm just like, I just need to talk to somebody, please. I didn't have people to call per se. And maybe because I've burned those bridges. But, you know, that's a whole nother story. A lot of the people that I thought were my sounding boards were really generators. Manifesting generators and generators who were projecting onto me. They thought I was something that I wasn't. I was giving them something. You know, we were able to have really great, insightful conversations that they seemed to love, but the minute I would try to be who I was, it wasn't enough. And they wanted more, and I wasn't able to meet that. So I've had quite a few heartbreaks from having people that I think are like solid sounding board partners, only to find that, you know, and I mean, I put up with the ups and downs because I wanted that sounding board so much. It meant so much to me. Like, I see it now, like in my design, why it meant so much. But at this point in my experiment, I also recognize that I can't say it means as much as what I was experiencing, sacrificing other aspects of myself that they couldn't understand or allow me to be. And, you know, that's a very hard thing. You know, the 5 is the heretic, you know, so it's a lot of crazy out there thoughts, but it inspires some great thoughts and leaders and things like that. And I never did, I still don't understand how the very same people who could say, like, wow, you think so differently, you're amazing, you're so insightful, blah, 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 would turn around and then fault me for needing my time to rest or needing my time alone. And, you know, again, that's the 2. That's my unconscious line. That's the hermit. That's my unconscious line is a hermit who wants to, reluctant, leave me alone. I need time. And then add to that, as a projector, I need time to regenerate. Especially, like, I only have so many, like, hour-long conversations in me in a given night or a week. And, you know, I feel like sometimes there are people in my experience who wanted to covet that aspect of me. And, now knowing what I know about my design, like I'm new in my experiment, like I'm only about, 7 months in. But knowing what I know now, feeling like they were trying to covet those aspects of me, and of course I would react and be reactionary and, blah, blah, blah. And I have to be okay with allowing them to go, but that doesn't make it any less painful for me. Actually, it's quite sucks. Sucks a lot. And sort of justifies keeping people at a distance. But yeah, so I found myself earlier this week just like reaching out to like, I was this close. Like I posted and deleted like in a projector group. Like, I don't know if this is appropriate, but if anyone wants to soundboard with me, because surely projectors, mental projectors, they would understand. But I ended up reaching out to a few personal people and having a few moments, and they were good. Either I didn't talk to enough people, or my mind wasn't satisfied. I didn't say whatever I was trying to get out. But I know this whole aspect of I don't want to sound like I'm saying the same thing over and over to multiple people is a real situation for me. And I'd be curious to know if any other mental projectors experience that. I guess I'm not so curious as opposed to on the Facebook group, because then that's the other thing. Like, I want to express, I really do, and I want to be heard by someone who recognizes, and I want to engage. I surely care to hear what the other person has to say, but like, nowadays, oh my God, with social media, with text messages, these things don't stop. So it's not just my life, boom, boom, boom. And I recognize, look, this is what, already 27 minutes. Like, so I recognize I'm doing like this is a television show. This is a podcast episode right now. So I recognize that's a little selfish on my part to be like, okay, well, thanks for listening. Now let's keep it moving. I don't mean it like that callous, but I also don't mean it for like, now I'm going to get like a half hour back from you. And then now I need to respond in that half hour. Or now you're going to send me a paragraph of an email, which now I'm going to send 2 paragraphs of an email, not to try to one up on the paragraphs. Just now I have new thoughts and there's other things I want to talk about, blah, blah, blah. Like, you realize I'm still actually talking about the one specific thing of this mental projector aspect of like this mind tape shit, not shutting the fuck up and needing to get it out of me. And wherever I'm at in my experiment now, it's I have to express it out loud. Like, it's no longer satisfactory for me to just sit in my bed and think about it or think about talking to someone. It's now keeping me up at night. This is not an issue. Like, I'd have these thoughts, but they didn't keep me up at night or wake me up and then prevent me from going to sleep like they're doing in this past week. I guess I could see how it's been building up to this, but now it's at that crescendo. Lavina had posted something from Raw that I want to read. And it goes, to be a projector is actually a deeply radical thing. It is. See, until you get to the point where you are ready to die of boredom, waiting for something to happen, only when you can make that step, only when you're ready to just say, if it all falls apart, I'll deal with it. Just watch the movie and see what comes to you. It amazes me. I get so many people who have relationships one way or another to the new age. All these fuzzy people, they're always talking about spirituality and surrender and all that stuff. Well, then this should be easy, no? You live the life of a projector, which means that you will allow life to deliver. And it does. We're so busy trying to get life to be what we want it to be. Generators mostly. This pattern that we've established. that we change the topography, that we play with evolution. We do all these things. We're doing all of this manipulation. You're here just to let it come to you. It's actually there. I mean, that's the magic. That's when you finally get that smile on your face that says, "Oh, I didn't realize it was there. It is there." Think about what happens to you when you are following strategy and authority. Your body, the only part of you that really has any right to navigate on this plane, is your body because it's part of the material context. It is what it is. You follow your strategy and authority, and your body serves the Maya. It moves the way through. Not to be concerned, and yet it's so threatening, isn't it? Because, of course, you're all caught up in projector, not self-projector, clinginess. The clinging, holding on to that little piece of energy over there. This little thing over there, having to run around and do all of that stuff that you don't really want to do. But at the same time, you don't really want to let go of the safety valves. That you sneak in those little manifesting moments. And that's the killer. Because you're either going to be a projector or not. You're either going to live what it is to be a projector or not. There is no middle ground. Honestly, there's absolutely no middle ground. And, that was something I posted. That was by Ra Uruhu. And I posted something on that, which I've since deleted. But it was kind of like, I love that, but that makes me so sad. Because I recognize all of this strife that I'm experiencing right now. Like, oh, it's keeping me up at night. Oh, who's going to listen to me? Oh, don't be so boring. Oh, don't say the same story. And it's like, girl, this is your design. Really? Look, that's the channel of the flippin' storyteller. That's the one thing you've got. Connected consciously and unconsciously, okay? That is literally all the F I've got going. Well, I mean, we all have everything in the graph. These are just my definitions, so let's not get it twisted before I have anybody like, well, actually. But this is my design. So all this fighting that I'm doing to be like, oh, I don't want to be like saying the same story. And it's like, how else are you going to be able to move into your success, projector? Like, that's your design. That's your freaking bishop move. You're not a rook. You're not a pawn. You're not even the queen. You're a fucking bishop. Move like a bishop. And yeah, you're not on the white squares. You're on the black. So that passage also made me kind of sad because I was just really reflecting on how all of this strife is really just caused by this clinginess, of this holding on to, this conditioning of, I don't want to say trying to be someone that I'm not or wanting to be someone I'm not, but buying into the conditioning of what I'm not. And then, of course, that struggle of like, that conditioning is not me. That's not self. There's nothing wrong for me to say my story over and over. To hear it, as long as I'm getting information from it, which, okay, hi, mental projector, like, I'm getting information from all this shit. Like, there's nothing that I watch or, like, engage in that I'm not, like, that's really, yeah. I don't even envy people who have that no mind stuff, but, like, that fuzzy spirituality, yeah, like, I get the aspect of the no mind, of the witnesser. And it's quite blissful. When I was practicing Zen, and when I first learned about it, and I was like, as a form of meditation, and I was like, no way. All I have to do is just sit here. It was so dope. Maybe I should get back into that. But even, when I became a sannyasin of Osho, and it was like being that ultimate observer, or the witnesser, he calls it. But, you look at quantum mechanics, Dr. Joe Dispenza, they talk about, what the bleep do we know? Talk about the ultimate observer, being able to step back and just witness witness your body, what it's doing. And it'll trip you the fuck out. Like, this is tripping me out. Like, I'm so tired. I'm not even so tired, actually. That's a lie. I want to go to sleep. I want to kind of escape this. And yet, I don't know. Maybe I feel like this is for me. Because obviously, again, with the vibration and the vocal stuff. But, I don't know. I don't know if this is for other mental projectors. Or other just human design students. Or... I don't know. Stop that. I don't know. I don't need to know. It's certainly not going to be for the masses. So I might as well get on and over that. Whatever ego thing was trying to be like all up into that. Let go of that. But I don't know. I'm deconditioning. This is just some chatter. There will be more to come. I have so many other things that I want to talk about. So many other, like, I want to say, yeah, I do. Insights and things that I witness and observe and I think about. And I want to release wherever I thought I was trying to go with this before. And I might not be so cute all the time. Sometimes, like, I'm like, the best thoughts come to you and I'm like, oh, I got to get ready. Or I don't want to be on camera. I certainly don't want, these camera-free shots. Be like, ugh, I don't want that. But if nothing else, if this is further into my experiment and just a way to vocalize and to soundboard, then it is what it is, right? I give up, I release. I don't know, what does he say? Just when you get fed up and you're ready to say if it all falls apart, I'll just deal with it. One step closer to saying I surrender. I want to declare I surrender, but, I'm stubborn. But I'm one step, I'm like a leapfrog. Jump closer to surrendering. And if this helps me get there, then dope. And if this helps some other folks get there, especially my MPs, man. Or my 5-2s. Or, folks on my incarnation cards. I don't know. Stop it, Leslie. Stop. I don't know. But we'll see. We'll see what I learn from this next level. I just don't want to be like Brad in the story. So, I think I said my piece for the eve. So, peace for the eve.